Bill Walsh Stadium on the campus of North Andover High School. We are coming your way with another episode of Friday Night Football, coming to you on Cam Ed, the educational service of North Andover Cam. Tonight, we'll bring you more action from the North Andover Scarlet Knights as they host the Raiders from Central Catholic High School. Hello, and welcome to the telecast. Tonight, we'll see a Scarlet Knights team that stands undefeated at 2-0. Keep in mind, those first two games were not just wins, but decisive wins. After opening their season with a 35-7 win over Woburn, the Scarlet Knights got set to host Lowell last Friday night. However, the natural gas emergency caused the game to be postponed and moved to Colley Stadium in Lowell on Saturday. Despite all the challenges, however, the Knights were undeterred and handed the Red Raiders a 49-14 defeat. This looks to be a big year for Coach John Dubzinski's squad as they feature both the powerful lineup and a window of opportunity that may be narrowing, as some of that aforementioned lineup's biggest stars are now in their senior years. Running back Darren Watson and split end Gabe D'Souza, as well as quarterback Jake Mcilroy. So it remains to be seen. Can these players go out on top? The answers will come at the end of the season. While we're talking about this season, let's take a look around the league to see what else is going on in the Merrimack Valley tonight. The Shamrocks of Bishop Fian High School will face the Indians in Billerica. The Chelmsford Lions are looking for their first win of the season as they travel to Dracut to face the Middies. And the undefeated Tewksbury Redmen will head into the city tonight as they visit the Eagles of Boston College High School. All these games will get underway at 7 o'clock tonight. And we've got the Central Catholic Raiders and the North Andover Scarlet Knights on tap next. Stay with us right here on Friday Night Football.
That was heaven sent.
Another amazing rendition of the national anthem by, well, we always talk about John Dubzinski's team. How about Sarah Durkin's team out there?
Spectacular.
Exactly.
They were in mid-season form.
So are the Scarlet Knights.
Yes. The differential in scoring in the first two games, I think, is in the top 1, 2, or 3 in the state, I suppose.
They've outscored their opponents so far 84-21.
Yeah.
Which is basically last year that was what Lincoln Sudbury was doing to their opponents.
Yes.
So perhaps that's a very good omen.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
So,
this is a senior-laden team. Dubzinski has come here and it made it his team, and this is as good as it gets so far, as good as it should be. I mean, they're, the Globe and the Herald have them, after the first week, had them in the top 25, and now they're in the top 20.
And speaking of winning, the Knights actually won the toss too, but they chose to defer. So they'll be kicking off the ball to the Raiders.
Good. Put a little pressure on. Central has lost a lot of seniors, so this is a young team. There's a pitch, and trapped at the 10-yard line on a reverse pitch. Central finds themselves in a hole right off. That was an excellent kickoff. Great height and depth.
And it actually landed in the end zone. You would think odds on favorite that just take it and get the ball at the 20.
Yes.
But no, in this case.
Young team, beginning of the game. just over anxious to do something. So 1st and 10. A pass from Silverio, the quarterback, to Nate Hebert. Jared Silverio has taken over for last year's starter, who is, I think, now playing football for UNH. Silverio is a 6'2 junior, 180 pounds.
They tried to go out the other side, pretty much to no avail as well. They maybe got, about 2 yards out of it? And so now it's going to be 3rd and looks to be about between 5 and 6.
Yeah, I'd say 6 maybe. So the ball is inside the 15, 3rd and 6. Quarterback is in the spread formation, so it looks like a pass. Slanting over the middle. The ball is thrown and very well defended. I think that was Jack Walsh over there. Yeah, number 19 on defense, cornerback. Long line of Walshes played football for North Andover High School for the Knights.
And 3 and out for the Raiders, and they're backed up now as they look to punt it away. 9:52 left to go in the first quarter. No score so far. We just started this one.
What a beautiful night. Perfect for football. There's a breeze, cool breeze.
Oh, what a night. Late September in 2018.
So the punt does not make it across midfield, and North Andover will have a very favorable first down position.
Beautiful field position there. They started there at the Central Catholic 41.
Coming on the field is arguably the star of this team, the star of the league, Jake Mcilroy, playing quarterback in his senior year. He's also an excellent baseball and basketball player for North Andover High School.
The triple threat.
If he doesn't like the play call, he'll make one up, and successfully. Calls his own number.
Ooh. Thought he was going to get stood up at the line, but he actually got a few.
Yes, broke loose, broke out of an arm tackle. So that was good. I thought he actually made more on that than he did. He was obviously stopped a couple of yards back in the backfield.
Nice bit of second effort there.
Yeah, he was initially stopped, then stopped again, and then made 3 yards before being brought down. The Central Catholic coach has been in Massachusetts football for 34 years. Well, Chuck Adamopoulos.
Oh, no, over his head, went out of bounds.
The Adamopoulos family, like the Dobzinski family, multi-generational football players and coaches in Massachusetts.
Like the Brady family.
Yeah, yes.
Not to make any comparisons, of course. The last intended receiver for that one, Gabe D'Souza, who, in case you haven't tuned, well, of course you haven't tuned in this season yet because this is our first telecast, but last year Gabe D'Souza was wearing the number 3. This year he was wearing the number 14. But he was the intended receiver for that last pass, and it just went over his head and sailed out of bounds. So it'll be 3rd down now and about 7 for the Scarlet Knights.
Gabe has looks to have grown a couple of inches and put on a few pounds. Ball carried off to the right.
J.D. Allen.
J.D. Allen in there on that play.
Of course, made some memorable plays with the Scarlet Knights last year, including that huge pass reception in Lincoln Sudbury, which led to a 25-yard touchdown strike from Mcilroy to Darren Watson on the subsequent play.
North Andover blessed with several good running backs. And a great fullback, Mike Defoe. When you get to the point in the game where you absolutely have to have a first down, Defoe will always get it. So this is a team with a lot of weapons. 4th down. McIlroy back. Wide open.
Oh, he get lit up.
Definitely.
And it's a flag.
Flag on the play.
I think it's going to be at least contact, if not interference.
Yeah, he just decked Gabe Souza. Gabe looked at the pass.
I think the pass was already past him at the time.
Saw that the ball was going to be long, and then instead of looking for the ball, he looked for the safety so that he didn't get clocked, and he was able to look at it quick enough, at the safety quick enough, to prevent some real damage there.
So let's see how far they're going to walk it off. Obviously, this being high school, there's no such thing as a spot foul if it is a pass interference call. But he's walking off right now. I wonder if it's going to be a 15.
Maybe a personal foul.
Yeah. He's still going. That's a 15-yard penalty, so that's a first down for the Scarlet Knights.
On the fourth down.
Yeah, very serendipitous first down for the Scarlet Knights.
Coach Adamopoulos for Central Catholic must be steaming. Not the thing to do on a fourth down.
Must be adamant. Oh, boy. As Mcilroy did a little pitch there out to Watson.
Yep.
And he went up, and then you had flags, basically a couple of flags here.
Yes, flags on the field. Mcilroy coming to talk to the head coach.
Oh, it looks like it's going to be against the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, it's on that pitch. It's difficult to. It's early in the game. Difficult to not block someone.
Well, they just get the benefit of penalty. So let's see how far they're going to walk it back. Oh, it'll be a 5-yarder. Well, actually, is that a 5-yarder? No, a 10-yarder, I think. Or is it from the spot of the? No, at any rate.
So at any rate,
it's 10 yards. It's 10. First and 20 now.
Yeah. Gabe rolling to this side.
Oh, McIlroy gets sacked.
Brought down. The Central flooded that side of the field with defenders downfield, so Jake looked and he could see that it would be dangerous to throw the ball in there.
So right now the ball is spotted between the 39 and the 40. They're almost back to where they started.
Well,
actually, it's spotted right on the 40. So it'll be second and I'm not sure if it's 37 or 39. It looks like 39, but the scoreboard says 37. Maybe one of the elements is out. But long way to go for Jake McIlroy and company.
Yeah, this is second and touchdown. Oh, they are really blocking.
Oh, man, he goes back even more. Another sack.
Yeah, the defensive cornerbacks are holding up receivers within 5 yards, just plain blocking them, making contact.
Now it'll be third down in Rhode Island.
So
with the ball on 42.
With 30 some odd yards to go, you would expect the cornerbacks to be playing off, trying to make them throw the ball under, but they're playing up as though it were 4th and 2. Look at them, they're all up.
Up. Oh, I see Central Catholic players clapping, so I'm thinking maybe someone jumped a little bit on the line.
Yep.
And now they're back further than where they started on the original punt reception.
Yes.
They started on the 41, now they're back to the 46. Of course, it just takes one Darren Watson or Gabe D'Souza to get loose.
D'Souza on this side, Watson on the far side.
Oh,
wow.
A little out of sync there.
Incomplete. This is definitely a punt. Yeah, McIlroy doesn't seem to be synced up with the receivers so far. The defenders are giving them a lot of trouble right off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
so
they're getting some serious penetration into that backfield.
Yes, yeah.
And really, the whole thing about going through the progressions. McIlroy's on the run; he doesn't have time to look around a lot of times.
Yeah, this is offensive defense,
basically.
Booming punt.
Nice hang time.
Receiver is in the open, cuts back, has to cut back again, and he will be taken down.
But think of the swing for Central Catholic. They punted from about their own 10, and North Andover had the ball, and then they gave up the penalty, and North Andover had it further, and then they pushed them all the way back, and they got a great reception, and all of a sudden now they're in North Andover territory. The ball's at the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Great blocking on that return to get to the far sideline and open field. And Central does have very good field position here. And they have a little momentum, they think. Reverse pitch. Has the outside, and Slattery makes a great ankle tackle. Oh, there was another 20 yards and or a touchdown on that play, and probably a touchdown.
Not only that, he saved a first down too. 2nd and 1. It just stopped him short of that first down line.
Terrific. Central has a lot of speed. I was looking at their receivers practicing, catching. Yeah, good time for a timeout here.
Yeah, North Andover needs to regroup a little bit here. Just a reminder, you are watching Friday Night Football right here on CamEd, the educational service of North Andover Cam. You can keep up with the town school system anytime. Just watch CamEd on Comcast Channel 99 or Verizon Channel 28, or you can even watch it online too at our website, which is northandovercam.org. Either on our YouTube channel too, you can check that out, or our website, as I just mentioned, northandovercam.org. And by the way, if you missed any part of this telecast, we'd like to remind you that we rebroadcast these games all through the week. You can watch them on CamEd, which is once again 99 and 28. Saturdays at 3, Sundays at 8, Tuesdays at 1, Wednesdays at 7, and Fridays at 9. Wow, got him. Talk about penetration. At least Mcilroy had time to run. He just got wrapped right up. In fact, the tackler got to him almost at the same time the ball did.
Mike,
got the snap. Oops, thud.
North Andover's defensive end, Mike Roche, a superb athlete.
He demonstrated it there.
He's going on to play Division I sports in college, without a doubt.
So now it's 3rd and looks to be about 6 now.
So that was a very important play, depending on this play. Rolling, throwing, and picked off. Throwing across his body. Silverio gives it up, coughs it up.
So right now the story of this game is defense.
Yes.
We've been starting as far as special teams. They tried that little razzle-dazzle coming out of the end zone and wound up getting stopped at their own 10. North Andover stopped them. They punted, and then basically they got pushed back by the defense of Central Catholic. And then Central Catholic, they had an end around. It looked like they almost had a good chance, but they were stopped just a yard short, then a sack, then an interception. And all of a sudden North Andover's got the momentum.
Now, Coach has put Defoe in at fullback, and he's 240 pounds. I would expect him to stop the passing for a little bit here. No. Pitch is wide. A very good gain, 7 or 8 yards.
J.D. Allen. Down. That might even be 9. Let's see where they mark it.
J.D. Allen, playing in the slot, takes a pitch from Mcilroy.
Yeah, it's about an 8-yarder.
If you're a linebacker, when Defoe comes in, you think they're going to run up the middle. Instead, they pitch the ball. You cheat inside, and they run around you.
And he was coming out, and Allen finally had the chance to turn the corner, and he made good with it, getting that to 8 yards. 2nd and 2 now for the Scarlet Knights at the 43-yard line of Central Catholic.
Sousa on this side. Nobody wide to the wide side of the field. Inside, fake the inside handoff. Watson takes it on the Navy Bay City offense.
I think he stopped about half a yard short, so they still haven't gotten the first down.
Yeah, so 3rd and 1, but it's short of 1, 3rd and 2 feet. You could give the ball to Defoe here if you want to do the obvious thing. We'll see what happens. Yeah, Defoe looks like he's taken a step closer to the line of scrimmage, setting up. Takes the ball and piles in for 3, 4, 6 yards.
And a first down. So, obviously, the Scarlet Knights coming back with a little more fire in the belly. Before, it's like, oh, we had it done. We had great field position. We're going to start this, and then all of a sudden they wound up going the other way. But here, it's just like, okay, we're making this happen. This is happening now.
Coach Dubzinski just likes what he sees now. He's a little animated on the sideline with his coaches. Likes the calls. Mcilroy back.
He's got it off.
Throws long. Has a receiver.
There was contact.
There was, but the official doesn't seem to be pulling a flag.
Nope.
He's waving off whatever that tripping was.
I will say, though, kudos to Jake Mcilroy for getting that pass off, because it looked like he was about to get steamrolled.
Yeah.
But he just got that thing off.
Exactly. You know, he and that's why they don't have a completion, because he had to throw it a tick too soon.
Right. Not to mention, something like that, maybe a little more adrenaline, maybe you overcook the pass a little bit.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, you want to put more air under it than that. But he didn't have the time to. Couldn't wind up on it. Had to just get rid of it. Watson making some nice moves. Dubzinski calling another play. Jake taking it in. Jake isn't required to, when he gets to the line, if he sees something that he doesn't like in the defense on the play called, he's free to audible to another play. Wow, it's a cough drop commercial right there.
Or an advertisement for a microphone cough switch. As Allen's got it. Let's see. He's probably going to be stopped a few yards short.
28, so he needs about 2. They're inside of the 30. Dubzinski's a little bit of a gambler here, and he's playing Central Catholic for the first time. You might want to just let it all hang out there and see what we do here, and depend on the defense if we don't get it.
Keep in mind, last year, too, North Andover did have some modicum of a kicking game, so if they continue to move the ball, you'd think how far down do they have to go before Gabe D'Souza becomes an option?
Yeah, yes. A lot of good reasons for going for it here. But Defoe is not in the game. Oh, he is. Yep.
Oh, push back.
So, the ball will go over to Central. They're pretty happy about that. Defoe didn't have a hole. They sort of anticipated it was fairly obvious what was going to happen there.
He tried to jump out and get a little more, but just ran into a brick wall.
Yes, once you get up away from your blockers, it's just a matter of.
So the Scarlet Knights have given it up on downs, and once again it's Central Catholic ball. 1st and 10 at their own 30.
So competitive game here so far. There's no score. Severio hands the ball and taken down
once again
immediately.
However, there's a flag. I wonder if he jumped in a little too early. I'm seeing the referee signal a face mask. No, yep, face mask against North Andover, so that's going to be 15 yards. So that's going to be an instant first down for the Raiders. So now the Central Catholic Raiders benefiting from a 15-yard personal foul penalty. Just under 2 minutes left at 1:43 right now in the first quarter, and once again we still stand scoreless. In fact, I don't think either team's been inside the offense's 25, the defense's 25.
Cox making that tackle. 21 coming in blitzing off of the corner.
And that's Anthony Cagianelli. And he gets 2 yards out of it, so it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Raiders.
Mike Roach on a corner blitz there. Pass to the sideline to the tight end, 81. A big receiver. Big size.
Nice job staying with it, though. Sometimes when you see a receiver there and he sees people coming, basically they start to try and move with the ball before they've actually got it. So he showed nice patience there, just staying with it. And then he tried to pivot around, but at that point he was wrapped up. But it's still a big gain for Central Catholic, and now it's third down and about, looks to be 3 yards in North Andover territory. Oh, man. And he goes out of bounds.
Swarmed under for a loss.
One of those cute little quick pitches that they've been doing. And he almost, I think that's Cagianelli again. He just juggled it, had problems holding onto it. He did finally maintain possession, but at that point the Scarlet Knights were swarming on him. And as a result, they just ran him out of bounds for a big loss. So what was once a third and 2 is now a 4th and 12. So that's a big loss there for the Raiders. And we're at the end of the first quarter.
You know, 81, that tight end who caught the ball across on the sidelines a play ago, is a sophomore, 6'4", 205 tight end, also plays some linebacker. And 81's name is Jermaine Wiggins.
I wonder. Where have we heard that name before?
So he is a big guy, and he's athletic as well. So,
well, Wiggins was one of those names we heard. One of the cast of characters from that final Brady drive in Super Bowl.
Yes.
36.
Yeah, I think he does some radio and TV as well.
Oh yeah, I think is he with EEI or is he still with Sports Hub? I think he's with EEI now. But he used to do some stuff with Felger and Maz, which was pretty funny.
Yes.
So here we go. Second quarter about to start here. They've flipped the field, and the situation is right now Central Catholic looking at a 4th down and about 12 as they got into North Andover territory. But then that last play, that basically just kind of blew up. Now it's they're back in their own territory.
So and North Andover has 2 receivers back. Looks like D'Souza may be one. Can't see the numbers from here because of the angle. A decent punt. It's going to bounce, roll. It's a decent roll, but not more than 10 yards.
So about the 20.
Jack Walsh was back there. And Gabe. Pitch. Taken down.
So now it's North Andover trying to be a little elusive here, but Watson just gets spun around and then wound up just tripping backwards. So
yeah, Donatio in on the tackle there.
So it's now second
Central.
and 12. So far the score of the situation not exactly what we expected coming into this game.
Yeah, I thought it would be a very offensive game. Both teams among the best teams in the state. Fake on the man in motion. Silverio, keeper, runs off to right tackle for a few yards. It's a play to set up something later.
So the ball now at the North Andover 23. So that'll be a third and about, looks to be 8. As they started on their own 21.
Jared Silverio. Oh, excuse me. Nice catch.
And he's got the first down.
D'Souza turns out to the sideline.
Move the sticks.
Coach Dubzinski happy with that catch. Gives us a first down, more opportunity to call another few plays.
Although, was he in bounds? Oh, there's a penalty. And it's against Central. Personal foul.
It looks like the flag is in the backfield, so
Yeah.
probably against Jake.
No, it's against Central.
Yes, yeah. Oh, a foul of Jake.
Yeah,
by Central.
Yeah.
And it looks like 15 yards.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still walking.
Those personal fouls get costly.
But you don't have to be as far away from the actual.
Of course, at this level, though, there's not quite the issue with the interpretation that we have with the NFL with the helmet-to-helmet rules, and how that's been, week to week. It's basically it's almost like you just every outcome's on a wheel of fortune wheel, and you just spin it to see what the decision will be.
And I enjoy high school football where we don't have to call the network to find out what the call is.
Yes. Oh, nice, Defo.
Defo blasting through a hole there. Into the open field, shaking and baking like he wasn't 240 pounds.
Sometimes simple stuff just works. Just run it right through the middle. What's the old 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Gabe going wide to the left. You can tell Defo because he has his shirt untucked. Watson.
And you can tell Watson because he does stuff like that.
Watson has, since his sophomore year, he was kind of a straight runner. Now he has kind of a wiggle in his hips. He rolls his hips over as he goes for the outside. Fakes inside and goes outside.
That's good. Yeah, for a while last season, we had a little bit of an injury scare with him.
Yes.
He seems to be 100% right now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he looks stronger and faster. A sophomore, he was he looked like a sophomore. He put on weight as a junior, and now as a senior, he's looked like he's completely developed as a football player.
So we have a timeout on the field.
And D'Souza has a decided limp, or maybe it's a cramp,
Well, that's not good.
because he has his toe up,
I was just say, yeah,
weight on his heel, like, that is not good.
I wonder if that's one of those. Oh, he's sitting down now.
Yes,
But they're working. I wonder if that's
she's-
one of those cramps you get like the front of the shin where your foot wants to kind of flex in a certain way.
yes,
Oh, I hate those.
yeah.
That was mighty demonstrative there, Ray. For a second, I wasn't sure if you had a cramp or you were trying to do your James Brown impression. I feel good.
Have to pay more attention with the mic on.
Yeah. Brian, you're getting a memo about cough switches.
There you go. Defoe's still playing fullback. And a pitch, a fake to Defoe, pitch, and 24, I think that's J.D. Allen
J.D.
again.
Allen, yeah. And he's not quite to the first down, but he's pretty close. I think he's at about the, let's see, the 20, looks to be about the 18-yard line.
North Andover has settled down here, and they're asserting themselves. No sense of urgency now. They just.
But the key, one of the keys is right now is they're being successful with the run, which means you can use that for play action if you're successful with the run.
Yes. Yeah, we opened up with a lot of passing, and the coach has decided, let's calm everything down here. A straight dive play, not much yardage.
We'll see where his forward progress took him. I think we're going to have a third down, though. Question is, where's the spot going to be?
Close to a first down. It's 1 yard away, so
3rd and 1.
at the 16.
7:39 left to go in the half.
Have to cross the 15, or at the 15. It looks right on the 15 is the first down. Defoe in the backfield, fakes it inside, end around to Watson,
He's got it.
and he has it easily. He's inside the 15, down to 12 or 11.
Yeah, it looks like he's at the, well,
Okay, so they back him up to the 13.
the 13, okay.
So you can make a first down without scoring here. So There's no need to throw any wild passes here. Just keep moving the ball.
Yeah, no, because sometimes you do that, you get greedy, and next thing you know, the ball's in the other guy's hands, and you're chasing him.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. So.
Defoe is a regular backfield member here on every series now. Jake defies us and rolls out, has the corner.
Touchdown.
And he's in. Once he started to roll, they had a lot of penetration inside. They were expecting to run. And so that was a great switch up on the part of the either the coach or Jake.
Yes.
That's a kind of Jake can look at the formation and say, you know, I think I'll keep it.
Yeah, just called his own number, and in that case, his number was 7, and by the time this is all done, the score should be 7. So
D'Souza in ready to left foot kick. Jake is the holder, and
after my statement before, I'm actually kind of curious now what his actual range would be for a kick.
Yeah.
If they had to do a field goal attempt.
Dubzinski wants to know what the official has in mind here. So, the coach has a chat with Jake. Not a lot to discuss, but they're in agreement as to how they're going to proceed. Central substituting a couple of players in. Maybe Central thinks that Jake might fake it. It's kind of early to do something, but it is kicked right through. Coach walking out onto the field to congratulate the players involved in all those plays. And the last person off the field, the last person to get a tap on the back is the quarterback.
And we have our first score of this tilt now. And the Scarlet Knights lead it by a score of 7-0. As we have 7:12 left to go in the half.
Central Catholic is a regional school, and they're a tuition school. They can give scholarships, and so they have an advantage over a municipality school because they can recruit from outside their own area.
I remember when I did the high school hockey at next town over, and that was happening all the time where you had schools recruiting some of the best talent, and so.
Yeah.
I mean, even with that, at the time I was doing the Wilmington Wildcats, and even then they still won 2 state titles in Division II. Those were some fun times.
Coach Adamopoulos, as I said earlier, has been around for a long time. He went to Pentucket Regional, another way to put together a football team, if you will. Well, they played in the Cape Ann League, and he went to URI. Played some football at URI.
So he takes the kick in the end zone, which means it'll come out to start, basically. Standard position out at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Central Catholic Raiders. And so the scoring story right now for this game, it's Jake Mcilroy, who called his own number, ran in for the touchdown. D'Souza added the PAT. And right now, North Andover up by a single score.
And here's Wiggins coming out to this side. He has quite a height and advantage with Watson covering him, but Watson's a great athlete.
Oh boy, he's loose. Nice tackle by Darren Watson.
Watson recovers, even though Wiggins is a bigger man to try to block him away from the tackle. Watson managed to get away and intercept.
Football can be like martial arts. Sometimes it doesn't matter about the size of the person. It's the technique and finishing what you need to do. That was a great tackle by Darren Watson.
That was a very well-designed play and a good catch to make the play work. The quarterback, Silverio, calls his own number, gets to midfield.
course, I'm hearing the last name Wiggins. Most people think, obviously, Jermaine Wiggins for the Patriots, but I'm going back to Carol Burnett and Mrs. Wiggins. Remember Mrs. Wiggins and Mr. Tudball?
I'm too old to remember that.
Yeah, right. Don't worry, I'm getting up there with you. Next round of Geritol's on me.
Oh, there you go. Cam Bowes plays tight end, but the pitch is to 13, crossing a crossing route.
They're moving it in a hurry.
Justin Carson did not start, but he's in there. He's a senior, 6'2", 160-pound wide receiver. That was a nicely designed play. A slant pass in between the cornerback and the safety. Wiggins, as part of three receivers right, he's middle of the three, and the single coverage over there. Silverio had Wiggins as a potential outlet on that play. That play might have been designed to screen pass it out to Wiggins after the other two receivers cleared the defenders away. But Silverio said, like Jake did, I can call my own number here in the middle of the play. The option is there.
Oh boy.
Forced out of bounds. Caggianelli.
Yep.
Caggianelli, not as big as Watson, but he has the ability to cut back inside or take it outside, and good speed.
And I believe we got a penalty here because they're bringing the ball back. So it's 2nd and 9 now for Central Catholic.
Okay.
So there was we missed the flag and the signal from the referee, but they did bring it back. Looked to be about a 10-yard penalty.
I should look at the monitor because from my position here,
that's why I bring it and hook it up every week, right?
That's wonderful. The official was behind this cinder block.
We just need to set them up with wireless and mics now.
There's great camera work on this monitor too.
Oh man!
Wow, almost busted play.
And they still get a good gainer out of it.
Yeah, Silverio recovers, finds the open space.
But that's the second time where they did one of those cute little pitches where the transfer hasn't exactly been the smoothest.
Yeah.
There was the one time where Caggianelli had to juggle it a little bit, and that one right there too. But although this one fared better, the first one, Caggianelli got tagged for a big loss here. He was able to corral it and then go forward with it and get a good gainer out of it. So now it's 3rd and 3 with about 4:17 left in the half.
Bad snap and a great rush off the end by Mike Roche.
So 4th and 7 now for the Raiders.
Mike is a great athlete. And his brother plays starting left tackle for North Andover. So that was good to have two brothers on the same team. So going for it on 4th down, Silverio back. He's in the middle of the pocket, has a receiver wide open down the middle at the goal post, but overthrown by 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, about 3-4 steps anyway, just overcooked that throw.
Yes. Yeah.
And as what happened, in fact, it was almost the same amount of real estate right here, where the Scarlet Knights in the first quarter turned it over on downs. I think it was a little further down, but in this case, Scarlet Knights will take it over on downs. Get a chance. First of all, they get a chance to add to their lead because they've got 3.5 minutes left, and they don't have right now pretty decent field position at their own 32. But keep this in mind too, where they won the toss and they deferred.
Yes.
They also get the ball back and start the second half. So if they can cash this in here, we're looking at a possible maybe 21-0 deficit, early in the second half.
There's Mike Roche over here on the sideline getting a breather and getting some water, and one of the coaches is talking to him, congratulating him on his play there. Rollout by Jake. Finds,
He had it too.
Yeah, well, Slats had the ball on his fingertips, but he was anticipating blindside hit, and sure enough, it was there.
Like we were saying before about having the patience to hold on to the ball when you know someone's coming.
Yeah.
As they call it in Aussie rules, he tried to spend it before he had it.
Central's sort of headhunting on these. They're really playing aggressive pass defense, much more than you would expect.
The question is it sustainable, or are they going to burn themselves out? I think the Atlanta Falcons, people. Wow. Talk about shake and bake.
Yeah.
He did the move there, went back and forth, cut inside, blew past everybody, and a really nice gainer for the Scarlet Knights as they get a first down here. And good opportunity for them now. They now have it at their own 48-yard line.
Watson on that play. He's coming out. Freddie Gavin is subbing in for him. Freddie's a 165-pound, 5'8" junior. It's tough to see much time at that position when Watson's the starter, but he has started to play as a freshman. Here we go, JD again. But
blasted down.
That play.
Big loss.
Yeah. Where Central has a lot of backs closer to the line of scrimmage, when you string a play out, they don't have to come 10 yards to get to the line. They're in the backfield. 10 yards, they're already at the ball carrier. 10 yards is about 5 or 6 good running strides. So you need blocking out on a play like that. You need blocking out there with you. So Jake under center. Defoe in the backfield. Jake. Oh.
I think the defender might have gotten a hand on it.
He
just
did.
Knock it a little bit.
Yep. Nick Donatio, the defender on that play. Jake pumped. If he had gotten rid of the ball without the pump on the first attempt at the throw, he would have had the completion, but he was running, he was being defended, someone was chasing him.
Yeah, he was on the run.
Yeah.
So the clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Now 1:58 left to go in the half. And it's 3rd and 14.
So two receivers on this side. Receivers clear themselves off the line of scrimmage. Jake out there looking for the slant over the middle to Gabe D'Souza. That was the play he was clocked on in the first quarter.
And he's working with his leg again.
Yeah. Took a better route to it this time, running farther across the field rather than down the field.
Gets right up, though.
He's up and walking around, but you can tell there's something bothering him. You know, I saw him before the game on the field by himself, and he was stretching out his hamstrings, so he probably has something going on.
So Central's called a timeout, 1:45 left to go in the half. And maybe Central's starting to get their plans together if they can make a stop here. And North Andover gives it up on downs.
Yeah,
they have a short field.
They're an excellent football team, and they don't get down. You know, they have a good coach, a good program, an excellent program.
And I think they had to the coach very animated. And it looks like another timeout. And the coach came off the sideline for Central very, very animated. Was not happy with something out there.
They had a situational play, no doubt, that they had practiced during the week, and this was the opportunity, and it just wasn't set up.
Oh, so they're putting the kicking team on. So.
Gabe. Nice bounce and roll and more of a roll inside the 10.
Nice placement. Nice job by Gabe D'Souza.
Well, you know, it was only a couple of minutes ago that you were saying that this is a situation where if they can get the ball back, they have the momentum to bring the ball back down the field. But circumstances, a great kick by Gabe, and they're going to have to bring it a long way if they do.
The other thing with Gabe, too, is he took a little bit of a sidestep before he took that kick. So
yes.
For half a second, I'm like, oh, my God, they're doing a fake here.
He's a running soccer-style kick. Wiggins is here, and he's covered by Watson, and it's a running play.
And once again, with the carry there, that's Anthony Caggianelli, number 24. And it looks to be about a 2nd and 1. As the ball's at the, looks to be the 17-yard line.
Nate Hebert, our wide receiver, went to the sidelines, got the call from the coach, and brought it in to Silverio, the quarterback. The two receivers wide to the right, including Hebert. There's a ball handoff inside, the inside handoff. Central always has a great blocking offensive line, so that inside handoff is going to get you a lot of yardage when it works.
And so once again, they have it.
Looking for Wiggins, long, no, but
out of bounds.
Almost intercepted.
Almost intercepted, but he was already out of bounds.
Yes, yeah.
But they are able to stop the clock with that. 39 seconds left in the half. I was curious about that because they didn't have much time and they had a couple of running plays, and they'd already burned a couple of timeouts. So
yes, yeah. You would think that they would go all pass, but you know, if you can get the blocking and pop a guy open,
and I mean they have gotten some good yardage in a very short amount of time. But you know, do you now just set up some go routes and just heave it?
Rollout, pitches the ball to Bose, the tight end.
And it's blasted out of bounds.
Bose will scholarship at college.
But once again, they stop the clock, so it's 33 seconds left in the half.
He's a senior tight end.
And once again, the coaches across the field, they're very animated, trying to motivate their players.
Yeah. Yes, they're young, so you gotta. You can do it.
Of course, I'm seeing a little yellow piece of fabric on the field too. Right around the 33-yard line there. And they're going to be walking it back.
Procedure.
5.
Wow. That takes the ball. You know, we just looked at a pass out of bounds well into North Andover territory, but here they are setting up.
Well, it was right by the first down marker, but
yes. The flag was near the 33. The ball is now on about the 28. North Andover just waiting for them to move the ball. They proceeded immediately to the new line of scrimmage.
So the question now is, do you take shots downfield or you just go in for the half? And there's a timeout now. North Andover taking this timeout. So I guess that renders my question moot about whether or not you go for the knee and go for halftime.
There was a sophomore in on defense now on the right end, Steve Ferrulo for North Andover. A lot of whistles there.
Ton of whistles. We're hearing a lot of whistles lately.
Timeout, Central Catholic.
I think that's their last one and a half. Still 33 seconds left.
Wiggins coming off the field, talking to the coach. Yeah, as you said, 33. Could be one play, could be 5 plays. 2 receivers near on this side, one back with the quarterback. Fakes the handoff. And taken down nicely, with the lunge, only about a 5-yard gain.
So time's running down. Didn't quite get him to the sideline, so time 17, 16, 15. Actually, I'm sorry, 13, 12. And it's counting down, so I think we've got it here. I think they're just going to wait.
Yeah.
And call halftime.
Yep. It appears.
And time is out.
That is the half. A lot of animation, as you said, by Adamopoulos and the other coaches on Central Catholic, not happy, and they probably decided, let's just get into the locker room.
Nothing's going to happen here.
Get reorganized.
Better to do that than risk throwing a pass and getting an interception or a run back or something like that. Especially, if North Andover adds any points, then they.
North Andover playing like a senior team, and Central Catholic showing a lot of potential and speed. So we can keep our poise and continue. We may be able to just get a spectacular victory out of this, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, so starting the second half, North Andover will be getting the ball first as they deferred after winning the opening coin toss. So there we go. The halftime score right now is North Andover 7 and Central Catholic nothing.
And the marching band coming on the field. Always a great halftime show.
Scarlet Knights marching band is one of the many performing ensembles at North Andover High School. The 130-member ensemble performs throughout the state and at local competitions. Scarlet Knights also perform at many local parades and provide entertainment and excitement for the many outstanding athletic teams at North Andover High School. This year's fall show is Checkmate. The Scarlet Knight marching band is led on the field by drum majors Joe Huggins, Nick Borer, and E.G. Goslin. The color guard captains are Pat Jake, Katie Coleman, and Celia Wong. Assistant directors are Chris Nelson and Jamie Fortier. The director of the Scarlet Knight Marching Band is Mr. Justin D. Smalley. We hope you enjoy our performance.
I'm one unlucky guy. The chance of being involved in a robbery is 1 in 757. The chances of being struck by lightning 1 in 750,000.
Please fasten your seatbelts for unexpected turbulence.
The chances of being a victim in an airline crash 1 in 29 million. Hey, could I get some peanuts? The chances of being involved in a car crash are far greater than lightning strikes and plane crashes. And if you are texting while driving, your risk of crash increases 23 times. Now, I may be an unlucky guy, but I don't have to be part of that statistic, and neither do you. Drive responsibly.
When I was 6, my mom had a stroke.
I'm Paul George. Learn the signs of a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. Spot a stroke fast.
And so we're back prior to the start of the second half. This is a very important game for North Andover and Central Catholic. And with us here tonight for a moment, we have the reporter from the Boston Herald, Bob Albright, who you can see his line regularly on high school sports in the Herald. Bob, what did you think of the first half?
Well, I thought it was a great first half. We really had pretty even on time of possession, and obviously that one scamper by Mcilroy was the difference there. But I think Central's really come out and shown a lot, but I like the way the North Andover defense is playing.
Yes, yeah. They have a new defense this year, mixing in some new young players with players who've been playing for 2 or 3 years. So, and they have very good coaching on defense. They're focused on the defense rather than offense, although they have a very high-scoring offense.
Right. I was worried a little bit for North Andover about Central's size, but I really like the way that Watson's starting to get to the outside, and this big fullback you guys have, Mike Defoe. He's impressive.
He is a beast.
You don't see a lot of teams run that well against Central and their big front, but they seem to be opening up some holes up front.
Yeah. North Andover doesn't overpower them with size on the line, but Defoe, last year, whenever they got to a crucial part of a game and they needed a first down, they would put him in, even though he's an underclassman. So it's
nice to be able to roll out a 240-pound fullback.
Yes,
there,
I saw him shake and bake through the middle there on a play where he gained about 8 or 10 yards. So he's even out of himself.
Yeah. Well, just a great night for football. I can't believe the crowd here. I can't imagine you've had much larger crowds than this.
This is actually for the last several years. This has been the kind of crowd that we have. A lot of families come out for North Andover football. It's this is Joe Walsh Stadium, and it seems almost every year there's a Walsh relative, playing on the team, and the cornerback here is a Walsh again. So and Mcilroy is a terrific athlete. He's also a high-scoring point guard for basketball. They had a very good team, and for baseball. He's going to go to school, I think, at Bentley as a scholarship for baseball rather than football.
Yeah.
And he said he might take that.
Well, you can definitely see he does a lot. Very versatile out there in the backfield.
Yes. The North Andover coach, his relatives are in the Massachusetts MIAA Hall of Fame, and at the banquet he said, I spent a lot of time on defense early in my career. I'm calling some offensive plays, but if Jake doesn't like them, he just draws up a new one in the dirt.
Well played. Well, it looks like a good start here for North Andover. They get the ball out to almost the 30-yard line here. So
Do you want to hang out for a second and write while you?
Sure, I can hang out for a couple minutes.
Sure. Go ahead. Feel free to call the play. So North Andover with the ball. Fake to Defoe, and that's a play called once too often. Central, a great team. They were ready for that play.
Yeah, you can see they're really keen on Watson, and they're really spreading it out there. So just watching their secondary, wherever he goes, they're flowing to the ball.
Watson became a starter midway in his freshman year and had very outstanding runs against Andover in the Thanksgiving game, and so he's fully grown into a really good football player in his senior year. I mean, not that he's been a great player right along, but.
Well, looks like a punt here. That's a big stop for Central right out of the gate here.
D'Souza, the punter, you may have followed him. He played his freshman year for Everett.
Okay.
And his brother is a professional European soccer player, his older brother, who also played football for Everett.
I didn't know Everett had football. No, it's obviously a nice program, and yeah, I probably don't see too many people from Everett coming over to North Andover, but that's a great get for the Scarlet Knights.
Oh yes, yeah. North Andover had 3 or 4 really good varsity players. There was too many good varsity players. Haverhill had a very good team the last few years, last 2 or 3 years, and had 2 or 3 North Andover starters on the team. So a good punt, but Central moving the ball already. Both teams are able to move the ball almost at will.
Yep.
Silverio with a keeper makes a couple of yards. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and about 5. Passing situation. They like the play action pass. You can depend on that halfback being either part of the fake or part of the play. 24.
Yeah.
He was heading out, but he's coming back in. 22 goes to the sideline.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Silverio at quarterback. Obviously, big shoes to fill.
Yes.
Stepping in for Brett Edwards, who's I guess up at UNH. But he looks good back there. Very poised.
He does. He's tall. He looks like a quarterback, and he runs well.
Yep.
There he goes.
Oh.
That's the one thing he doesn't do well.
Yeah.
He's young.
Yeah.
He has a tendency to throw the ball, and it's short.
Well, obviously didn't get many reps with Edwards the last few years, but looks like the Raiders are in good hands with him behind center for the next couple of years.
Yeah, whatever weaknesses he has at the moment, he'll work out in 3 or 4 games.
Right.
There's a player, Wiggins, Jermaine Wiggins.
Ah, there's a familiar name.
Yes, he's a big tight end who was in the first half. You might want to check him out. So, in the booth here, we're familiar with Wiggy.
Right.
So, we
exactly.
think he might be a relative.
You got to think so. You got to think.
So Coach Adamopoulos decides to punt. D'Souza.
Oh, good coverage.
Too many defenders to make anything on that play. D'Souza's plays soccer as well, so he's very athletic. Has very good footwork in receiving the ball. And he's fast.
Right.
So he's the McIlroy's favorite target, but they've been very well defended. They're playing what I would call offensive defense over on the Central side. They're not giving them any room to get into patterns. Jake rolling out. He has a across the body floating pass, not able to be taken in. It was on the receiver's hands, but
yeah, you can see he gets outside the pocket very well. Good, real good feet.
yeah, 2 years ago he was a runner first and passed second. But he's grown into. This is the toughest game I've seen him play so far. He usually has enormous success, and it's been a struggle here so far.
Well, Central has that effect on, I think, a lot of quarterbacks.
Yes,
I mean, they just have so much speed on team defense. They really swarm to the ball, and
exactly. This
is a lot to deal with.
Yeah, you're under fire here with this one.
Yeah.
Now he has the opportunity. He's going to run. He does see the field very well.
Yep. Got a nice little block there by Watson to spring him for the extra 4 or 5 yards.
Where are you going next week?
Danny V has not told me yet,
oh,
so
okay.
I'll probably find out, midweek. So
depending on who wins. It's early in the season.
Might see the Knights again if they win this one.
Yeah, it's back here. Pass to D'Souza. Defended, batted away. I think that was 11. Donatillo on defense again. He's made several good defensive plays. He's a good player. Nice slant to D'Souza.
You can tell they have a real good chemistry. That seems they really,
yes,
really know each other there.
They get over midfield. And Mcilroy feels that he has blocking in the pocket. He will try to have D'Souza run by the cornerback down the sideline, and he's not afraid to throw the ball down the sideline. And D'Souza's made some acrobatic catches where the ball is out of bounds, but he goes up on 1 foot, turns.
Yes, yeah.
He rotates in midair and brings the ball in. So he has a lot of confidence in him. If you put the ball on a long pass, if you put it anywhere near D'Souza, he usually will beat the defender to the ball.
Yep.
Just have to put enough air under it.
They got the trips wide right here. Let's see what they do here. On 3rd and 2, they're going to run it. Ooh.
Wow.
Central sniffed that out.
Yes.
You're looking at 4th and 1, I think.
Yeah. Jake ran right into it, but it was like running into a wall.
Yeah, he took a good lick on that one.
Yeah, you can tell he got the wind knocked out of him, I would say, huh?
That was a good hit, yeah.
Yeah.
Going to bring out the sticks. I don't know. looked like he was just about a yard short, but we'll see.
You had it right. So,
I think you got a punt here, don't you think?
I would think there's a punt here.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to do that.
D'Souza's the punter, so. He also kicks the extra points. You know, high school, sometimes it's a little problematic to have a really reliable extra point kicker.
Right.
But he's dead on. So he does a lot of things for the team. So where are we here? Is that 3 minutes to go?
Yeah, looks like 5.
5.
Five,
Okay.
yeah.
5:06 maybe. Boom, this looks like it's going to go out of bounds. A rare kick off the side of his foot.
All right, well, I'm going to get back to my stats here, but thanks for letting me stop by.
Hey, it was great to have you. We'll look in for your paper in the Herald tomorrow.
That's right. So, yeah. And,
or online.
It'll be online and in the print edition. And I mean, we knew this was going to be a good matchup, and it definitely has lived up to the billing. So,
What time does your story come online?
It'll be online probably around midnight tonight.
Good,
so,
good.
Yeah.
We'll look for it.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Thanks for coming. Okay, so that kick, of course, was out of bounds, a little short of what Gabe had hoped for, what we had hoped for, but of course avoids any long run back. So good field position for Silverio. 3 receivers wide, including Wiggins way out, but Silverio decides to run it on his own. He's got plenty of blocking out there. 3rd and 7, obviously it appears to be a passing down. But they have a very varied pass offense. They don't have to throw the ball down the field. They're successful throwing it short or throwing it into the flat. Although Silverio, when he looks at the flat receiver, he'd rather run it himself. So here's the bomb. And I'm hoping that guy's out of bounds. Wow. I'd like to see that again. I thought he caught the ball. I thought he went out of bounds prior to catching the ball, but Silverio handoff into the middle, and he is submarined by 2 North Andover defenders. Brought down good. Samanek in there, and Slattery, 2 linebackers, bring him down. Injury for Central. Looks like a leg, knee perhaps. We need a major donor to give us instant replay. So what a game. Coach Adamopoulos out on the field for his injured player, heading for the sideline. And Muller, the center, approaches the ball. Severio tossing. Wiggins turned out. Severio expected him to turn up. The Patriots have a pass offense that depends on, I would say, the hips of the defender. If he turns out, run in. If he turns in, cut out. Oh, thanks. So third down, 3rd and 9, and a whistle. Looks like procedure. False start. So the penalty marks it back, moves the ball back to the 20-yard line, the edge of the red zone.
I would say that'd be one of the storylines of this game tonight is costly penalties on both ends.
Yes, yes. Good officiating. It's pretty even in penalties, I would think. Seems it at any rate. Severio drops back, looking for a bomb, and overthrows the defender again. Souza happy to see that he had coverage on the slant receiver. Souza cutting from his right side towards the receiver on the left, a potential to intercept an accurate throw. At any rate, Severio overthrows it. Perhaps could see Souza and didn't want the interception.
So a timeout as both teams powwow and go over what the next play is. Obviously, you've got a 4th down and deep, but Central Catholic is right. Well, right now they're right about at the 20, so they're just in the red zone by a hair. So, still want to try and maybe make another play and catch this in, or perhaps, as is what seems to be going on tonight, maybe take advantage of a defensive penalty. What's happened a few times. I mean, it bailed out North Andover one time in the first quarter on a 4th down situation. So.
Yeah, I hear there's a Massachusetts senator who wants to have a law to rename the huddle the powwow.
I'm not going there. I'm not going. I have a Twitter account. You don't, so let you suffer the slings and arrows. I'm not going near that one.
I don't have a Twitter account, but
there you go.
I'm unenrolled. So field goal try here.
We were talking about this before with Gabe D'Souza, but in this case, this is Central at least trying to get some points on the board.
Yes. So let's see what the number of the kicker is. I didn't consider that they
I think it was 40-something.
Yeah, it's 40-something.
49. Oh, that looks good.
It's long enough. And it's no good.
A wide left.
Yes.
It had the distance, just didn't have the aim.
Yeah, it had plenty of distance.
Yeah. No, he hit that one pretty good, just didn't hit it straight.
Yeah, North Andover players waving their arms all on the sidelines, so from the sidelines they thought it would not be good.
Still not a bad situation for Central Catholic, because even if you gave it up after the field goal try, the ball is still, right around the 20 where it would be if you had kicked it and put it in the end zone anyway. So
yes, yeah, you might as well go for it. The worst that could happen is it would be blocked. But,
right.
But Central, as we know, has a terrific offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Great blockers, big athletic players.
Well, as your guest from the Globe was saying, talking about the size of this Central Catholic team, was one of the things that one of the mitigating factors he was thinking of tonight coming into this game. But so far, North Andover has been able to score the game's lone touchdown, even with that size disparity.
Player in motion. The ball is
loose
on the ground, loose.
I think Allen got it.
Yeah, it appears to have been recovered by North Andover.
Yeah, J.D. Allen fell on it.
Yeah. J.D. was anticipating either getting a fake or the actual ball, but it came out before he got there.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is the first time we've seen it for North Andover, but a couple of times from Central Catholic too. Just transfers behind the line of scrimmage not going totally as planned. They got away with one of them, but not another. And now North Andover finds themselves staring at a 2nd and 17 from their own about 13-yard line or so.
Three receivers to the left for North Andover. One to the right. D'Souza. Jake is rolling and makes some good yardage.
At least he gets back what they lost.
Yes.
But now you're still 3rd down and a ways to go here.
Yeah.
And you're deep in your own territory, so. This is definitely not what you call 4-down territory. Unless it's maybe 4th and 1 and you're trying to draw the defense offside. But
looks like 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
I think it might actually be 2.
Yeah. I suppose
some of the segments are
unlit.
Yeah, it was 2. It's now 1:58.
Oh yeah. Jake calls for the ball, has a receiver in the flat. He has the ball, he's open. It's just a matter of will.
I think he made it.
He did make it.
First down, move the sticks.
By 2 yards. 24, JD getting a lot of plays tonight. .5'10", 170-pound running back and cornerback, a senior.
Well, even last year, Ray, when we watched the Scarlet Knights team, Allen was always the good 3rd option in the offense.
Yep. Well, JD gets it again, but not much of a gain there. A yard, perhaps.
Not even.
Yeah.
Made it back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Not a great design because the defenders decided to cover the gap, the distance between the 2 players who most likely to have the ball. So there wasn't much advantage in pitching it other than the fact that you don't get tackled.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you pitch it one way and then do the reverse to draw. So you draw these big defenders to one side of the field and then try and dart out the other side.
That position football works. 3 receivers on the short side of the field here. It leaves few defenders.
Nice.
It leaves Gabe open for that slant that or may remember I've always loved. I always say high school football. The far side of the field, the high school defenders can't cover a slant pass.
And there was traffic right in there, too, so nice job by Jake Mcilroy threading the needle there and getting that ball to Gabe D'Souza. And now we're looking at about 3rd and 1 with 30 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Central, surprisingly, when Gabe gets the ball, there's the defender he's beaten and 2 people. Usually you only find 1 safety ready to tackle him, but they have 2 people in the area every time he's caught that slant. So they're well coached. Jake heading for the sideline.
He's got it.
Does get the first down. So North Andover doing just enough to retain possession and move the ball. Plays that are under control. And showing poise.
And ensuring themselves a very short trip to the other end of the field when the quarter expires. Oh, they're just going to run it out.
It looks like Defoe came on the field. I don't know whether he's going to stay in. Coach has the option to reconsider what he's going to do starting the 4th. And he's out there with the players. They're huddled up near him. Line coach out there talking to one of the linemen, the right tackle, Tim Ahern. Tim's a 215-pound junior.
Okay.
So you got a substitution, Matt Chico, coming in as a split end. He's a junior. Unless I misread that.
Someone's bringing some heavy artillery to the field tonight. So it looks down something there with a big ENG, one of those big ENG cameras like you see the local affiliate. So obviously we're not the only ones with cameras here tonight. You can see down right by about the 35-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
Picking up one of those big broadcast cameras.
Yeah. We've had Mcilroy does it again. D'Souza picking up a play from the coach. Chico comes out of the game. JD breaks into the open and continues even after tackles to make more yardage. Gives the ball to the referee. Tackled by Donatio. It's difficult to bring down. He dragged Donatio for another 3 or 4 yards. Almost got himself free. So North Andover showing good offensive blocking, opening up holes here. And preventing penetration, giving Jake time to consider his own runs. 3 receivers right, fakes, throws it in the flat. A really nice pass. Watson wide receiver screen, I think you might call that. But that was almost a perfectly timed pass and well caught, but it was well defended anyway. So it's difficult to fool this Central defense. We're not getting any breakaway plays. We're getting 3, 4.
But if you chain a whole bunch of those together.
Yes. Poise and consistency. Jake keeps the ball on the fake, avoids tacklers. A brilliant play.
That's Jake with the fake. And another first down he will make.
The magic man.
So let's see, it's first and goal from the 9 now.
He faked that ball into the line, kept it himself. The option, they call that. Now, once again, JD making yardage. The offensive line is opening great holes here.
Mm-hmm. So they're on the 5 now, gain of 4 on that one, so it's second and goal on the 5.
Their blocking is effective, crisp. So kudos to the line coach.
Mm-hmm.
The beginning of the game, Central was very effective stopping the run.
Well, we were talking before about having the really fast, aggressive defense and whether or not you can sustain it through the course of the whole game.
Yes.
They should now have the.
Could they just be getting a little gassed now?
Up the middle, and
he's in
for the touchdown, almost without being touched. So perhaps the middle of that Central defense is a little gassed.
And once again, J.D. Allen putting his foot on the gas, running right through there.
Yeah.
Getting pay dirt and giving his team a 13-0 lead. Here comes Souza for the kick.
At the beginning of the 4th quarter of this game, North Andover scores again.
Right through.
On a long, sustained professional drive.
Nicely done.
Poise, great play selection, variation, including a really nice wide receiver screen that, although it didn't go for a lot of yardage, it showed that they can do it. So that means you can't cheat inside. They had to cover sideline to sideline, and Jake took advantage of that. Well played, well played.
So now with 9:02 left to go, we've got a 2-score game now as the Scarlet Knights jump up now. It's 14 to nothing.
Yes. Jake grabbing a seat on the sideline behind the team. Getting a little water, a little rest. That is really satisfying, that score. So number 11 here again breaks through the middle very fast.
That's Nick Donadio.
Yep.
Gives his team some good starting field position as they will take over at about their own 35-yard line.
Donadio's a junior. He's 5'11", 165, and he has great speed. I saw him catching some passes. When he catches the ball, he turns upfield very quickly. And
they tried a little bit of razzle-dazzle, but it backfired on him as the North Andover defender got to him really quickly.
Mike Roche is a defensive end. He's really the size of a linebacker, but he is tough.
Looks to be second and about 18 or so from their own 27-yard line.
He gets great penetration. It's difficult. He's difficult to block.
That could be a key for this team moving forward.
Handoff up the middle and hit right away.
Heard that one up here.
Swarming North Andover defense. North Andover has really got the taste of it now. I mean, Roche got himself a clear path to the tackle, but he was third to the tackle.
And at the outside of the game, what do we say? The scoring difference between North Andover and their opponents going into this game was what, 82 to 21?
Yeah.
Well, now it's 96 to 21. So you were talking about Roche there on the defense, and their defense has really shown up this year.
Here's Roche,
and they almost get him again. They did get him, although there's a flag. They did bring him down behind the line of scrimmage, but we've got some laundry on the field.
Offensive holding, perhaps?
Yes. Yeah. So they're going to be pushed even further back.
Yeah. Roche almost got there, and he forced the quarterback to abandon the pocket, and that's what made the play, because he basically ran into opportunity for the defense. Not one, but two players had a shot at him. It had nowhere to go.
So it's 4th and Ohio right now.
So we have Gabe back at his 44, waiting for a line drive punt.
Right to
him. Catches it immediately, makes a cut. Hasn't come back quite. You know, last year at the beginning of the year, when he catch a ball like that and start, his cuts were crisper and he was a little faster. So I don't think, and you can see well, I guess he's just adjusting his sock, but.
Well, he didn't have to move much on that line. It was basically right to him.
Yes, yeah. And he has that patented move to get himself free. The step up and then cutting in the other direction. Of course, Central defenders are faster than most of the defenders you're going to find. So Into JD again. Incredibly good offensive blocking in there. 77 and 56. Jack Roche. Roche's younger brother is the left tackle, and Billy Reed, the left guard, opening up that hole. And they were both well downfield on that run, so it's nice if you just have to get behind the blocker and follow him through. Jake with a fake.
I think he made it. I think his forward progress took him to the 42. They are moving the sticks, so yeah.
His forward progress took him to the, but Jake is down.
Uh-oh.
And someone has his foot in the air.
Ruh-roh.
That is not good. Hopefully it's just a cramp from lack of water. Wow, yes. Yeah, he's having a little trouble.
Wow.
Yeah, but he is able to walk, but he's just in some pain.
And he's getting worked on here. The sideline is now in front of us.
Yeah, yeah. Water, Gatorade.
Or Powerade or Pedialyte or anything.
Yeah.
Well, there's a new one out now that's in tablet form that you put in water called Hydrolyte.
Yeah. Better living through chemistry.
Hey, it worked for Keith Richards.
We can't talk politics. We can talk rock and roll.
Oh, absolutely. All day and all night. Oh, wait, that's the Kinks, not the Stones.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Sorry, I was talking the wrong day, or wrong Ray.
Yeah.
We've got Ray Ahern here, not Ray Davies.
I'm just your straight man for the jokes.
Good thing this is Friday night and Friday night, not a Tuesday afternoon. Okay, enough Kinks puns.
Okay, all right. So, 76, 77.
Although there I could have said, you know, it's good to see the Scarlet Knights have worked the Kinks out of the offense. But
Oh.
All right, I promise I'll stop now.
Yes. Okay, so the Navy offense spinning, Watson spinning for a yard, avoiding a loss in the backfield. Spinning inside the old spin move.
Gain of a yard on that play as D'Souza took the snap. And coach now talking to his players, and after taking one play and getting a little work on the sidelines, Jake Mcilroy coming back in. Gets the big pat on the side of the helmet from Gabe D'Souza.
I hope he'll just be handing off on this first play here. Boy, that is guts. He's limping gimpy to the line. Takes the handoff.
Not much of a gain there, maybe a yard.
Too many players on the inside. Jake.
He's coming back off.
Sub him again.
Or is he just getting a play call from the coach?
The Central said he's not going to keep the ball and go to the outside. We can.
No, he's moving back out there.
Back the middle. Yeah. Defoe comes to the sideline. Okay, so Gabe over here where you can perform the slant, 2 linebackers and a whistle. That's a good timeout. Jake is under physical duress. Time in the game is
4:03 or 4:02 or 4:00 backwards C over a hash. As we see the band whipping it up, getting their team pumped up here.
What a beautiful night.
Yeah. And there's the band getting into it.
Okay, so Jake comes in the shotgun. D'Souza this side. He's looking for D'Souza. Throws the
He was going to cut back, and
down and out.
And D'Souza wants a call because he was heading back toward the ball, and he did get caught up with the defender, number 9, Chase Dunn.
Well, it's unfortunately we don't get a good look from the official.
Right.
Jake himself is not too happy with
Well,
that.
the pass was incomplete, so I guess we could say his chase was done.
So the ball is on the 39 of Central Catholic. We're in the punt formation. Under 4 minutes remaining. We need a high, booming punt, hopefully. And Gabe takes a couple of steps to the side, brings it in, but running very well over the 20 is that guy, Donatio.
Yep.
The junior. So good field position, good enough field position on the 23. We would have hoped to get them down 15 to 10, someplace in there, and we don't. So they have an advantage over where they might have expected to have to start.
Now they've got to pretty much empty out the bag of tricks. Down by 2 scores, under 4 minutes left.
Roche getting the inside, getting in the middle, is pursuing the quarterback, and he gets to him all the way across the field.
There's some laundry on the field, though.
Well, hopefully that would be an offensive holding. There's plenty of opportunity.
That's the hold, and that's the offense. It's coming. It's going. I can't say it's coming back because there was no real result of the play, but it's going back. How's that?
We're getting closer to that 15 where we had hoped they would start, or even better. So on the 12-yard line, first and whatever.
First and 20.
Okay, Silverio's in his mind here. He's thinking slant long pass, and he is swarmed under.
Oh.
Maybe it might be a face mask.
I was going to say, it looked like Silverio got some hands to the face there.
Yeah. Unintentional. It's like he was the third person from the quarterback, but it would be hard to do much damage from where he was and what he had. Well, that just...
For a while, so they got the yardage and the automatic first down, so
a
good result there for Central Catholic.
And not much time off the clock here.
No.
So with all this back and forth, you'd hope some time would be running off, but... So this might be competitive or scary at the end, but let's see. Silverio uses the outlet, and good elusiveness by 22, the running back, but not much, and he's tackled inbounds.
Yeah, not much of a return, plus, the clock's still running.
Mark Cassis.
And it looks like they just called a timeout.
Good move by Adamopoulos, who's, I think it's his father or his uncle, was a very successful long-time football coach for Peabody High School, a Division I school, Class A team. They were very competitive again and again over a 20 to 30-year period.
So barring a YouTube-worthy miracle, it looks like the Scarlet Knights are going to go up to 3-0 in their season so far.
Well, if they win this game, they will jump from someplace close to 20. They should jump 3 or 4 spots anyway to beat Central Catholic.
Up 5 notches from last week.
And with a bullet.
Whoop,
sideline
missed that
pass,
one.
And yeah.
They might have had a target in the clear, but just threw it behind him,
Yeah.
and he couldn't get back to the ball in time. 2:58 now as that incomplete pass stops the clock. 3rd and 5 now. The ball is on the Central Catholic 33. The 3rd or 2nd?
And Sideline says second.
And the scoreboard says third. Is this one of those? I forget. I think it was a college bowl game where someone gets 5 downs by the end zone.
Yes, yeah, that has happened more than one occasion.
No, so someone had actually sent me a YouTube link the other day on Facebook for an insane high school football game where a team was down like 27-14 or something like that with under 2 minutes left, and they pulled out the win. And then there was the classic one you see all the time with the state championship in Texas, and the team gets like 3 or 4 onside kicks and goes ahead, and then kicks it, and the other team runs it back to win anyway. Yeah.
Well, there's a scrum here in the middle of the field. A running play up the middle.
By the way, for those of you who have not seen that clip yet, go onto YouTube and look up Plano East versus John Tyler High School, State Championship, Texas, and you'll see the whole thing.
Plano East, John Tyler.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right, so it is 4th and 1, and of course Silverio may not have made it.
No,
he was
stuck.
stuffed. He
Yep.
did make it to the line,
but not much further.
Oh.
Although, let's see, it's
boy, that's
they're going to call for a measurement.
yeah,
it looks like,
and I think they made it by a stripe on the football. I'm not sure that's the proper spot, but they're going to make it on that spot.
and they made it by subatomic particles. Some poor neutrino is going to get a thank you letter tonight.
That was a quark.
And it's actually funny because when it looked like they didn't make the play, there were a few Central Catholic fans in front of us that just like got up and left. So,
ooh,
that was almost scary.
Off the fingers. Could have been an interception.
Right.
Easily there.
2nd and 10, so they got enough, but obviously if they're going to try and get it back and move, then they need yardage, and they need to do it now.
The Central clearly has a lot of speed and a lot of talent, great coaching and a great program. And however, the precision on these plays is not quite there. But it's early in the season. They played St. John's Prep. They played a very good game against Prep, which is a top 5 team.
Oh!
Yes.
Gaginelli once again did the hurdle. We usually only see that in NFL games.
The linebacker Keenan Hardake went for what looked like a great tackle, and he was just hurdled.
Yeah.
But the runner was taken down, and Hardake celebrated with the rest.
So that'll make your high school highlight reel this week. As we've got the 2-minute warning now at actually 1:44, but so there we go. So time running out, but big effort there, big play there by Gaginelli. Just I'm not done running yet. Whoop, jumped right over you.
Well, this might be Coach Dobzinski's best victory in his young career.
Caught.
Wow, that is guts.
And he made it to the line.
Number 10, Frito.
Actually, there were 2.
Nate Hebert. That's
Nate Hebert.
Nate Hebert is the starter, yeah. First and 10, 1 minute and 36 seconds. A long time. There's the bomb.
Oh, it's picked!
Wow!
Wow!
Incredible. Is that Walsh? I think that might be Walsh. Spectacular.
Whoever it is, getting big. They just had a really nice close-up of the We're getting congratulated as they come off the field.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What a great play.
Yeah.
He just took it away from him.
Yeah, and I mean, I saw the receiver out there, and I thought they had him, but he went up and he just got it in time.
Yeah, yeah. The receiver is actually taller, and you would think he'd be able to outfight him for the ball, but Walsh wouldn't be denied. He got great position. He tracked the ball beautifully.
I'm not sure what Central's timeout situation is yet, but probably a little early to go to the victory formation yet. At least get yourself a first down. And take care of the ball.
Jake just handing off, doesn't need too much of anything here now. He'll have ice heat.
And Central stops the clock. So 2nd and 9 now for the Scarlet Knights. The ball at about the 6-yard line. 5 of the 6. More like at the 5.5-yard line. So 1:20 left to go in this one. And barring anything freakish and YouTube worthy, it looks like North Andover will have pitched a successful shutout here.
Well, the defensive line for North Andover, unheralded even here tonight, except for Mike Roche, we spoke about him, but Raphael Usomon, Mike Defoe, who's a defensive tackle, who's also, we spoke about him as the fullback, of course, and Steve Ferrulo. Steve is a sophomore, looks promising. He's 6'1", 195. So an excellent effort by them and the linebackers, Samanak, Hardacre, and Slattery.
Looks like you got a few out of that.
Yeah, we're down to still more than a minute to go. And just to credit everyone, Jack Walsh, of course, apparently with that interception, Mike Federico is the safety along with Gabe D'Souza, and of course Watson is the other cornerback. So, there's not a weak area in the defense. They're just very well put together. Size, speed, strength, and great coaching there.
And by the way, for those of you watching the game, you see the yellow lines on the field there. Those are soccer markings. We don't have the fancy thing where we can superimpose the first down line on the field. We're not quite there yet. We don't have the keying and tracking stuff for that. Because at one point I looked, it's like, oh, it's a yellow line. It's like, oh, wait a minute, that's a soccer marking. Yeah, no. So here we go, 3rd down, and probably about 7, it looks like, I think.
The inside handoff.
Oh, there's a fumble.
Oh, that was awful.
Oh, boy.
Inside handoff, tried to come back towards the center, and the ball was poked out on the ground and recovered disastrously by Central Catholic.
Well, when the Scarlet Knights took over after that interception, what are the 3 words I used to describe what they need to do, at least for the first part? Protect the ball.
Yeah, yes.
So this makes things interesting, because if they can cash it in here, they still have maybe
onside
the better
kick.
part of a minute for an onside kick and a possible. And now the North Andover calls timeout.
Yes, a well-chosen timeout.
And very interesting matchup we've got here. We'll see what happens. Let's see where the ball is about on the 5. So it's 1st and goal.
Now, Central has been pass here in the last 2-3 possessions. Although
they had to move way up the field. Here they're on the 5.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing missing from that ball right now is gift wrap and glitter.
Yeah. So you expect 24 to take the ball off of left guard here.
There, he's got it. He's in. Touchdown.
Yep.
I believe once again that's number 24. I think that was Caginelli once again.
You're right. Anthony
Caginelli.
Caginelli.
It's a very musical name. Caginelli.
Yes.
And so now they're doing the extra point here. They're just going for the 1. So they're not going for the 2-point conversion yet. And it's up, and it's good.
It is through. So, a nail biter here at Joe Walsh Stadium on a Friday night. What a beautiful night in September.
Beautiful, yeah. Even the winds died down a little bit for a while there. We were getting the doors blown shut.
Oh, yeah.
And we actually were wondering whether or not we needed sandbags for the camera tripods upstairs. But
yeah, those I think you would call those 30 to 40 mile an hour gusts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But still, a nice touch of fall. This was a really warm summer, so. Nice touch of fall here. And what better time to have a nice touch of fall than on a Friday night watching some high school football? The whole thing just fits. So here we go. The kickoff from Central Catholic. 1 minute even left to go in the game. And Central Catholic having scored right now, it's 14-7. And Central Catholic given new life.
So the hands team on the field here.
And it all comes down to, what does Coach Belichick say? Situational football.
There you go. Down here right in front of us, Keenan Hardacre, the linebacker.
There you go, and he's got it. Oh, and he gets. And let's see what happened there, because one of the North Andover players caught the ball, and then he just got basically blown right off his feet.
Yes, yeah.
But did he hang on to the ball, because there was a big pileup after that. And North Andover running rather joyfully to the sideline, so
yeah,
I would assume that means it's Scarlet Knight ball.
That is Joe Walsh running off the field and getting congratulated. So not only the interception, apparently he also held on to the ball on that reception.
So, good job by Joe Walsh at Joe Walsh Stadium. And I didn't even have to make an Eagles reference. Or the James gang, for that matter.
So now it looks like Gabe is back in the defense position and will take a knee.
Yep.
And try to run out the clock here.
Yep.
50 seconds. 49, 7, 6.
Well, things definitely made interesting in this last little portion of the game here.
Oh, yeah. It's high school football. Anything can happen from minute to minute.
This is true. I'll have to send you the link to that game, Ray. At some point, you'll have to check it out.
Yeah, those are always great takes. Yeah, the impossible becomes possible. So here's North Andover at the line again for another snap. The quarterback.
Dare I say it, Ray? We are the Scarlet Knights who say knee. Yes, folks, I'm going to that well again.
There we go. And the players
it's
celebrate. Incredible, amazing. If you 6 months ago or a year ago you said North Andover would beat Central Catholic. Well, Central Catholic had a great year the last 2 or 3 years. They were always in the top 10.
So there we go. That's your final score here from Joe Walsh Stadium in North Andover, Massachusetts. The North Andover Scarlet Knights 14 and the Central Catholic Raiders 7. And pretty hard-fought game tonight, Ray.
This was a great experience to be here for this. And tickets are available. And next week we're playing, I think, is it Tewksbury?
It's Tewksbury, yep. Redmond come to town.
Yeah, and that's a traditional rivalry. They always have a good team. So it'll be another nail-biter like this. Popcorns, Coke, hot dogs. Come out here to Joe Walsh. Thanks for listening.
And on behalf of everybody here, Ray Ahern, and our great crew people too, starting out here in the control room, Casey Donkey is our director. We've got Leo Wellock, and also, Will, I need help pronouncing your last name. Sarami? Sarami, okay, Will Sarami. And upstairs, we've got Kathy Durand and Evan Denmark, and also, who else is up on camera tonight up there? Oh, I'm sorry, Douglas Dahlke is up there too. Sorry about that, Doug. And on the field too, on the on-field camera tonight, Sam Murray. So thanks to everyone for helping out, and thanks to you for watching another edition of Friday Night Football right here on North Andover Cam's Cam Ed.
Go Knights!